WNBA commissioner said she's optimistic. She's optimistic about hitting it because she says we've had extended deadlines in the past. What is their beef? They want to get paid more, right?
Yeah. It's not just about being paid more because the owners did offer money, more money. But I think what the women are looking for is equity. Equity in the league.
Okay.
Pretty much, it probably won't be the same percentage that the men get, but they want a higher percentage. I think they only get like 9%.
They get 9.3% of the league's revenue.
That's exactly enough.
Which 9.3. I'm looking at it right now. They signed it in 2020.
Crazy. That was off the top of my head.
9.3%.
That's crazy.
9.3%. Okay.
In today's episode, Bravo and I will be discussing whether or not the players are asking too much from the league.
What will shock you is Bravo and I do not share the same sentiment regarding whether or not the ladies should be receiving a higher increase in their revenue share.
Of course, Bravo will be joining me later. You guys know how we do. I just wanted to set the table before we get into the main course. As you all know, the CBA expired on October 31st, 2025. At the time of this recording, they accepted the extension and they'll continue the negotiations for an additional 30 days. I won't get into too many details because Bravo gets into the specifics when we discuss the possible strike. The revenue share that the women currently have is only 9.3%, and that is egregious, to say the least. When the league debuted, it did well, but not enough to pay the women the way the NBA pays their players, which makes sense from a business standpoint, so the players didn't have any issues, and to have the opportunity to play at home is a huge win for the ladies. Many women in the WNBA go overseas because they say the pay is a lot better than the W. Unfortunately, playing overseas isn't always a great experience. For example, we all know what happened to Brittany Griner a few years back. She got arrested and was thrown in a Russian prison with no release date in sight. Good thing word got to the president at the time and he was able to get her released. But I'm sure for the women who were iffy about going overseas, that was all they needed to see or hear to convince them not to go. Some women of the league have complained about the facilities that their respective teams provide. Granted, in the past 3 years, we've seen great improvements for some facilities, but not all. Player safety had been an issue at one point, but since the arrival of Caitlin Clark, the league has gotten better with protecting their players. But that doesn't mean that they shouldn't be improving when it comes to their player safety. And of course, we have to talk about salary. The highest paid player in the WNBA makes $250,000 annually. We know that's nothing compared to the $150+ million deal that Stephen Curry has.
The women aren't asked to be paid just like the men, but they are asking for an increase in their revenue share.
The fact that they're only receiving 9.3% of the revenue share is disgusting. These women are the ones selling the tickets and busting their ass on the basketball court to bring the fans. It's their names on the back of the jerseys that the fans are purchasing. Again, it wasn't always like this. The W had to go through some trials and tribulations before it can hit their stride financially. With the popularity of women's sports rising, people are willing to invest into these teams, and the media deals are coming in quicker than they expected. In September, the W signed an 11-year deal to air games on USA Network. We know the deal with Disney is worth $2.2 billion. The WNBA has become a lucrative business in the past 3 years and will continue to grow, and the players have a lot to do with that.
Before we get into the episode, please be sure to hit the like button and hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell to get those notifications.
We have an amazing episode in store for you. Grab a snack and a drink so we can find out if these women deserve to get paid or not.
Thanks for watching the video.
How much money is the WNBA making? Notice we said revenue split. Split.
Talking about it. In a new article, the WNBA is claiming that the players' proposal would cost them, on average, in the next 5 years, $700 million. And in the same breath, they admitted that number is more than they've lost in the entire 29-year history of the league. Read that again? That means even using the WNBA's notoriously creative accounting, spread across all the teams through all the seasons, is about $1.3 million in losses per year. By the way, Tesla took 17 years to turn a profit. Don't get me started on Amazon and Google. That part's not shocking. What is shocking is what happened next. Since 2023, the league has gotten $975 million in expansion fees from Golden State, Cleveland, Toronto, Portland, Philadelphia, Detroit. Can't forget Detroit. Add that to the relocation fee from Connecticut to Houston, and that's $1.1 billion in revenue into the league. But the league says that money is not real revenue. Excuse me, what? And they just admitted to that. Take also into account that the difference between what the players want and what the league is proposing is around $700 million, which means that the league is offering to the players a deal that makes them essentially break even? 14 potential owners were lining up around the block to invest in a league that makes no money? That's really not how that works. Take the league's own numbers, $600 million in losses over 29 years, add the $1.1 billion, and you've got $500 million of profit split between the owners, which is about $11 million per owner, minimum. And now the league wants us to believe that the players' proposal just happens to be $700 million? No league offers a deal that breaks even, unless they're hiding the upside. Franchise values are exploding, owners are cashing out, TV rights deal has gone through the roof, the players are being told that there is nothing left to share. If we get our first labor stoppage in the WNBA, just know that the owners told on themselves and the players said enough of this bullshit.
Okay. If I am a WNBA player, I play for the Flint Tropics, the Lady Tropics of the WNBA, and we are the newest franchise in the WNBA. Let's just logistics-wise, let's just make this simple. Flint Tropics make $100,000 in a year revenue. To run the team, it costs $75,000. Okay, so that leaves $25K in revenue split. The players are getting 10% of that. So about $2,500, right? About $2,500, while it just cost said owner more than enough of that to be like, well, where's my money that I get to make for running this team, right? 100K, we made 75,000 of that expenses, 25K in revenue. All right, here's 2,500 players. Here's 2,500. Well, I just covered the other 75. I still need about 19 and some change to pay everybody else. So 10, and that was just me talking six figures. Yes, they're a league that doesn't make money, but they're $1 million business. They are $1 million business. So money gets shuffled around, right? Sure. It says here the WNBA is pushing for a 50-50 split. Now,
they're pushing for a 50-50.
That's what it says according to Google's AI. That's what it says.
Go ahead, get your coins, ladies.
Let's dive deeper. I know a lot of people love to say that the WNBA has been losing money, but here are the facts. Team valuations are jumping astronomically. For example, Mark Davis in 2021 bought the Las Vegas Aces for what is reported to be around $2 million. And 5 years, 3 championships later, the Aces are now valued at $290 million. That is 145x growth. Simply unbelievable.
With lucrative TV deals being offered to the league and people looking to invest into the league, this would be the perfect time to renegotiate.
In corporate America, there's a saying that goes, you get what you negotiate. With Breonna Stewart and Nafisa Collier creating the unrivaled 3v3 league, they had shown just how lucrative a women's league can be and how a league should take care of their players. With them making these accomplishments, they put the W to task to do right by the players. For example, better play and better facilities. After the first few negotiations, a report stated that the W wants their players to exclusively play in the league and nowhere else, not even unrivaled.
The offer they gave them was horrible, especially if you're making those type of demands.
The women see how much the league is pulling off their blood, sweat, and tears, and they want to be compensated for that. They deserve to be compensated for that. The W's seen a rise in popularity in the past 2 years and will continue to do so with the crop of talent making their way into the league. We can't forget the expansion teams that will join in the next 4 years. The league is growing, fans are buying tickets and merchandise, investors are ready to empty their wallets, so the league can't act like they aren't making any money anymore.
It's no longer business as usual for the WNBA.
50-50 split to me is ridiculous. If I was a WNBA owner, I am locking the fucking doors. I'm not giving you, I ain't giving you niggas jack. I'll give you a smooth 25. I guess, okay. So if the NBA was like, if the NBA went, we want 50-50. Okay, LeBron. Okay, Steph. Okay, Kevin. Okay, Book. Okay, all you household names. Absolutely. Here's your fucking money. Come take 50%. As much as Caitlin's a name, as much as Angel's a name, as much as Aja's a name, as much as Dawana Bonner, the biggest scorer in a WNBA history, is not even a name. I'm sorry. Y'all ain't worth half of my money that I make as an owner. I can't give you that. So I'm locking the fucking door. So what do I think? Are they going to be playing in June with all the shit I just said? Yes, they will be playing in June. You want to know why? Because no matter what, a lot of these girls don't want to go overseas come summertime to go play basketball. They've been accustomed to hooping every summer in America around their families, going home, having a good time. Because dollars are, it's always about, oh, I got to make my money, right? But it's also about your quality of life. You can go make money elsewhere. Go, okay. You want to go to Serbia? You want to go to Serbia in June? Not seeing your family? Because I know quality of life is a big thing. Quality of life, work-life balance is what they always like to call it in corporate settings. Work-life balance, right? You can't have a good work-life balance if you're making hella bread playing in Italy and your family is in Utah. You cannot have a good work-life balance, right? Okay? Take whatever the fuck you can. You want a 50-50 split? Hey, we'll give you 30. I'll see you in 4 years when we make more money, and then we'll talk 50-50 again.
30.
So
30.
I think
If they get 25, I wouldn't take it. But if they get 30, I would think they would be foolish not to take it. And they'd be like, yo, take this now.
Give me 15.6. I'm taking it. They make 9.3 right now. 9.3 gets divvied up throughout the entire league.
9.3 is for some players.
Shit, I think I probably make June. I think come June, they will be playing no matter what. The draft will go down. Let March Madness be wild. Let there be a crazy college March Madness for the women where somebody shines and becomes a star.
Watch, remember.
And they're the person to be there for the draft.
Remember, Juju's hurt.
Yeah, that's right. Some with her leg.
And another player from South Carolina got hurt. Malaysia Fulwiley transferred to LSU, so it's her and Flo J together. So LSU is probably going to go crazy. So
okay. So let there be some stud, and you're telling me, oh, she's not going to play in America? We're going to let her go. I'll believe it when there's no draft. When they don't draft the girls because they still on lockout, I don't believe so. They'll be fine.
That's when I'll probably figure, oh, it's real.
Yeah.
When the draft is not happening, because the last 2 years they've been killing with the draft. Ladies coming through looking lovely, they've been killing. But now they're dead the draft. They're like, whoa, what's going on here?
Bro. I'm telling you, the women's NCAA basketball is too popular, and it's been popular for a very long time. Now those girls are coming to the league with a bigger audience. Now these have made things easier for everybody. Right. These have made things for anybody that wants to outreach or be seen. Cell phones, digital, the internet. It's quick. quick. You don't need a TV deal. You don't.
Bravo and I do believe that the women do deserve to be paid.
Where we differ is I feel the women deserve to receive the revenue share they're requesting, but Bravo feels they should wait. He feels that they should prove themselves even more.
That's where I disagree with him.
I'm of the thought that the league has been receiving these lucrative deals in the past 2 years because of the women on the court, not the owners or the executives. The people are investing into the league because they're beginning to see the exceptional play from the women's game. Also, the players of the league are beginning to develop strong followings.
Players like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark have a large following, and they've only been in the league 2 years, going on 3.
I don't have to get into the followings players like Asia Wilson and Nafisa Collier have. These women have made many complaints directly to the league with no change in sight.
We can refer to Queen Fee when she shook up the room in the exit interview, revealing the issues that the players have with the league.
At Unrivaled this past February, I sat across from Kathy and asked how she planned to address the officiating issues in our league. Her response was, well, only the losers complain about the best players in the world. We have the best fans in the world. But right now, we have the worst leadership in the world. If I didn't know exactly what the job entailed, maybe I wouldn't feel this way. But unfortunately for them, I do. We serve a league that has shown they think championship coaches and Hall of Fame players are dispensable, and that's fine, it's professional sports. But I will not stand quietly by and allow different standards to be applied at the league level.
Some of you may not know this, but LeBron and Maverick were planning on starting an international professional league to compete with the NBA. As of this year, Maverick and LeBron have abandoned the idea of a league competing with the NBA, but instead will create a league that will compete with the WNBA.
The collective bargaining agreement taking a while, this is probably a viable option for women in and out of the W.
So when I heard about this league, I was like, a new women's league. I think they want to put the headquarters somewhere in Singapore or something like that. I'm not sure. It seems like it's going to be some like international women's league. And I'm not sure if Maverick Carter is involved with that, because I know he wants to throw $5 billion out there to make a league that wants to compete with the W. So it's like, I don't know what's going on here. So I mean, you're adamant that these ladies are going to be playing in June, and I'm saying, bro, there's leagues coming where they're willing to pay these women a couple million. So I don't know. I just wanted to know your thoughts on all of this.
My initial thought is too much. We used to have two basketball leagues for the women. I used to watch it. Dawn Staley played on that league. A lot of good girls were on that league before the WNBA.
Reports state that Maverick is putting $5 billion into this league. If I can continue to be the voice of the player's perspective, this is another option where I can get paid, perhaps more than the WNBA is willing to offer.
It isn't just Maverick and LeBron putting up billions of dollars. This league also has investors.
Before I give my perspective, let's hear how Bravo feels about the possibility of the WNBA having competition.
She played for the Philadelphia Rage. It was the ABL, the American Basketball League.
UBL.
Yes. Yep. Founded in 95, first season 96, 97, ceased in 98. And they started before the WNBA. If I'm not mistaken, the WNBA was 97 or 98, if I'm not mistaken. Every sport has turned into soccer. You know what I'm saying? Soccer's never off television. It could be October 29th, like it is right now. It can be August 29th. It could be March 29th. You can turn on the television and somebody is playing soccer somewhere. Overseas, America, Mexico, somewhere, somebody is playing soccer. Now, soccer is the most popular sport in the entire globe, in the entire world. Most popular sport. Basketball is close. American football is starting to become closer as well. It's becoming global. There's baseball that's international, right? But I feel like, again, digital era wise, the oversaturation is very prominent in a lot of these leagues. You either are going to, what's the word I want to use? You're going to disperse the talent, right? Just like when the USFL first came out, you're either going to make people leave the WNBA, which is then going to plummet the skill level, right? And then you're going to stretch that skill level thin. There's how many teams in the WNBA? 12 now, right? They just added a couple.
12, 13 maybe because the Valkyries, and then next year the Toronto team.
Okay, so we're looking at 14, right? 14. Expansion in Cleveland, Detroit, and Philly are set to join the league in future years, bringing them to 18. Sure. Okay. DSP, if I remember correctly, there was some rookies that were drafted in their draft and released before the preseason started, right? Am I correct in that? Before the season started, they were released. Okay. I see that WNBA has no developmental. There's no developmental. That means the best of the best is here, right? The best of the best is here. Now you're adding another league. Okay. Where are you going to get these people from? The best players play in the WNBA, right? Some of them might play overseas in their home country. So you're going to have to try and grab these people who have always played in their home country, who represent their country in the Olympics, and go, I got all this money, come play over here. That's the only way you're going to persuade these people is, here's more moolah, right? TV deal. Who's going to give you all this money to put these players on television? Okay? How are you going to market these people? It's because it's just more, all right, I'm starting a league, it's $5 billion. Listen, Vince McMahon said he was going to start a league in a year. And we saw what happened with that one. I don't know when a league who is still growing and they're planning on adding 4 more teams in the next few years can afford a $5 billion investment company about to come out and put out another basketball. How many teams this league gonna have? 6? Where you gonna find 72 ball players to be good enough to compete with another league who has been established and is now starting to turn the corner on making this a green company, not in the red no more. They're now DSP, 20 some odd years later, they're just now coming in the green, right? But here comes this $5 billion company, $5 billion investment that just says, hey, we're going to sweep everything off their feet and take all the good players. It don't work that way, man. People like stability, right? People like stability. You want to know why?
Because all the best schools are already cooking.
Word. Oversaturation. We do not need 4 tournaments, DSP. We don't need the big dance. We don't need the NIT. We don't need the CIT and then the CBC. We don't need 4.
How long we've been saying we didn't need the NIT?
And I don't mind the NIT because usually it's like, damn, my team that I like this year didn't make it. They're in the NIT. Okay, they get to cook in the NIT. Bro, nobody watched the CIT. Why are we adding more? Oversaturation, we don't need it, bro. We don't need it. Let the women do their thing, bro.
That right there, the oversaturation is a great ending point.
The girls can't leave whenever they feel.
Nah.
The girls cannot play professionally until they graduate or 3 years, right? Or don't graduate. They got to graduate.
Yeah, but I think they're going to change that soon. I think that'll change.
They're going to have to if they're going to have all these other leagues popping up. Right. There's not enough talent pool. There's not enough.
Right. Because then you'll start having girls leaving after high school, and that's insane. So, just saying.
I don't completely disagree with his point of view, but I don't believe it'll thin out the talent. There are tons of women that should be in the W that aren't right now. Many of them play overseas already, so if they can get to a league that's willing to pay and plays during the summer like the W, I don't think they would mind. The reason I bring this league up is because I believe this adds more pressure on the owners to get the negotiations right. They don't want a strike to take place because there are other lucrative options other than the W. But like Bravo has mentioned, people love comfort, so of course they would love to stay home and play in front of their family and friends.
The owners don't feel that the players deserve to be paid because they want to line their pockets. They will start losing talent.
With players like Diasha Fair, Taya Cooper, and Deja Kelly, to name a few, there's still talent out there that wouldn't mind $1 million contract.
To be honest, as a fan of the sport, I don't mind seeing more leagues featuring women basketball players, so bring it on. If I could make it simple, all these women deserve the coins that they're asking for.
They go out there and put on a show every single night for the fans in attendance and the fans watching at home. The age-old excuse of the WNBA isn't making any money isn't going to cut it anymore, especially with the lucrative deals that the league has been getting. The reason those deals are even being presented is because they want the players to be on their network, not the owners.
What I appreciate most about this episode is you got both perspectives. Bravo spoke from the owner's perspective. I spoke from the player's perspective.
To be honest, there isn't a right or wrong answer when it comes to this discussion. In the world of business, nothing is black and white because it operates in shades of gray. It's like I mentioned in the Why Renegotiate section. You get what you negotiate. If you think anybody in the business world will be empathetic to your struggle or even cater to your needs, you're sadly mistaken. With that said, let us know in the comment section, where do you fall? Do you feel the owners are justified with the offers they've been given to the players, or are the players justified in standing firm and wanting a better percentage? Let us know in the comment section of this video. We love to hear from our subscribers.
If you made it this far, that means we didn't bore you to death. Please be sure to hit that like button and leave a comment with some feedback.
We truly appreciate you guys for tapping in with us and hearing our perspective on this potential strike. Here's hoping that we do get a 2026 WNBA season without any issues, and that everyone is happy with the negotiations. With the growth of women's sports in general, to have the WNBA not play in the upcoming summer would be devastating for fans and may hurt the momentum the league has caught. Like my brother said, he feels things will be resolved beforehand. As fans of the league, we definitely look forward to the 2026 WNBA season. Once again, please be sure to hit the like button and leave some feedback in the comment section.
I'm your host, DSP, signing off for Bravo. This has been another installment of Hoop Haven. You guys be safe. Peace.